All right, hello. So today in this video, we're going to be swapping out this trackpad with this trackpad here. And I actually already recorded this video. I had these two swapped out because I had originally swapped this one into here. I know this is confusing. And I had this one in here, and I realized I really hated this one. So I wanted to switch back to the original. So I switched back to this one, and then I realized I wasn't recording the whole time that I shot the video. So, kind of a bummer, but I guess since I have this set up right now, I might as well just refilm it anyways. So I'm not actually going to be swapping out anything. In your case, it's going to be the exact same thing. You're just going to be swapping these two out at the last step. It's not going to matter at all. I'm going to go through all of the steps in this video. So to get started, go ahead and shut down your computer all the way. Take out anything. Take out the battery. If you have an internal battery, make sure you have that disabled on the T440P. That one does not have an internal battery. So you just take that out and then you're good. All right, and now the first step is to take out the keyboard. So basically what we need to do here is take out this, I always forget what this thing is called, palm rest? Yeah, palm rest. So we need to take out this whole palm rest front panel here. And then we can get access to the trackpad. And to do that, we have to first take out the keyboard, and then we have to unscrew some things in the back. And don't worry, that sounds really complicated, but it's not that bad. And I'll go through every single step in here very detailed. So first thing is take off the keyboard. And this is pretty easy. You just got to get two, actually you can do it with one, just like flathead screwdriver or anything that you can get into these two little notches here. So there's one notch right here in the keyboard and right here in the keyboard. And you just have to get something flat, push down in there, and then push that way. Push that way, right? And that's just going to bring this, it's going to reveal kind of like the underside of the keys, and it's going to reveal, I have a flashlight here, some hidden screws that you got to loosen. So right above the S key, we're right above the F key, the J, colon, control, and up key. You just got to loosen all of those, and then you can pop this out. So again, not too complicated, but we're just gonna loosen all these screws. They do not actually come out, they just loosen. All right, and once you have those all loosened, you're just gonna get your fingernails under here and pry it up from the bottom. And then you're just gonna slide it down, and make sure you don't yank it up because there is a ribbon cable here. You're just gonna carefully, rotate it this way. And then you'll see these ribbon cables here. You're just going to take this kind of a black rubbery thing off. And then you have ribbon cables here. And how ribbon cables work, let me bring you closer to the camera. Sorry if it doesn't focus. This is a really bad camera. But basically, you're going to have a black latch. And all you got to do is open that latch, or it's basically going to be closed. It's going to be vertical or this way with the computer, and then you gotta bring it upwards, and then you'll be able to just pull the ribbon cable out. So just get your fingernail under the black part, just gently push it up, and then you should just be able to slide the ribbon cable out, and it comes out just like that. I'll do the same thing for the one underneath. There's gonna be two of them there. So again, just loosen the black thing, and then take that out, and your keyboard is gonna come right out. You can go ahead and set that to the side for now. And now we have this. And don't worry, you're not breaking anything. Now basically what we need to do, so we need to take this front palm rest off. But the thing is, there's a bunch of screws connecting it from the bottom side, so we're going to have to take those out. So step one, go ahead and close your computer, flip it over, and we have to take this back panel off. There will be two screws here, one here and one here. I'm actually missing a couple screws in this whole thing, but I'm missing a screw here, so I'm only going to take this one off, but you take a screw off here, and then you'll be able to take this off. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, just like that. And now you just slide it towards you and pop it off, and then you have access to all of the internals of your computer. So we don't actually have to worry about any of this stuff. We're just going to take out some screws. So basically all of the screws around the perimeter, you're going to need to take off. So one right here, one right here, one right here, 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 and here. And you're also going to need to get one under the optical drive. How you do that is you loosen this screw right here, which just holds the optical drive in place. The screw doesn't actually come out, it'll just come loose. And then you just push the drive out, and you go ahead and take that out, and just place that to the side for now. And then there's a screw right in there that you got to take out. So I'll go ahead and fast forward and take all of these out. Make sure you don't lose any of them, just put them in a box or something, so you don't lose any of them. So I'm going to fast forward this part. All right, and I have taken out all of them. Just a quick side note, I am missing a couple screws, so I don't have a screw here, or here, or here, or here. So you might have to take out one of these. You'll see it in the next step how to tell if you will. I don't think you will. I think this should be everything. So let's go ahead and go to the other side. Once you take all of those screws out, go ahead and place this back panel back on, and just flip it to the other side. So now that we've taken all the screws off, this I always forget the name for this, palm rest is gonna snap right out. So it's not gonna be easy, but it's all connected by snaps. So you're not gonna break anything, but just start prying that open. And mine's coming out a little easier than yours will, because I've done this process a couple times already. And it'll be easier if you have like a credit card or like a guitar pick kind of thing. You can just like slide it under there, get it open. Basically, if there are any points that really just won't come out, and you're putting quite a lot of pressure on it, go ahead and flip it back over there. And there's likely a screw that you missed to take out. So just like pinpoint the area that's having trouble coming off and see if there's a screw around there. If not, then just apply a little more pressure. All right, so once you have this off, make sure you don't just yank it off again, just like the keyboard, because there's a ribbon cable right here. So you're just gonna, oh, right. There's also a ribbon cable right here. So we have to take off this ribbon cable and do it the same way by flipping up the black thing and then just taking that out. And then you can just rotate this over. And this one's not gonna come out. I mean, you could take it out, but it's really hard to get to it, honestly. And this is the fingerprint, so I never actually use it, so I actually could take it out, but we'll just keep it there for now. Let me actually see how this is looking on the camera. All right, you guys can see that? Okay, very nice. So that was all the hard part, and now now's the simple part. We just have 4 more screws to take out, just 1, 1, 1, 1, and that's just holding the trackpad in place. So all we're gonna do, again, take our screwdriver and loosen these bad boys up. There we go. All right, so once you have all 4 screws out, the trackpad will literally just pop out, and you can just pull it through. It'll have a ribbon cable here, and make sure, so we actually need to keep this ribbon cable, and now you can have your 2 trackpads. So all we have to do is remove the ribbon cable from here, just like I've shown you before. So this time, the latch is going to be on the other side, so you just get your fingernail back there, pop the black latch open, and then you're just going to be able to pull this out. And I'm actually not going to pull this out because first of all, I'm not actually switching trackpads, as I mentioned before, but all you would do, you take out this ribbon cable, and then same process here. You flip open the latch, and then push the ribbon cable in, and then push down the latch, and that's all you got to do. And then you're working. Same thing as me. I'm just not going to do that because I'm not switching trackpads. Also, my individual trackpad is actually broken, so the latch won't actually go all the way down. So I really had to kind of jam it in there pretty hard for it to stay. So I just don't want to do that again because I might break it even more. But for now, it's working, so you won't have that problem. Anyways, so once you have it in your new trackpad, again, I'm using the same one. All you're gonna do is slide it under here and feed this long part. So the short, so you see how it's kind of in a, I don't know, this shape, snake shape. The longer tail is gonna go. You're gonna thread it through the little hole here. The shorter part is what's gonna be actually connected to the trackpad. So there's gonna be a little hole here, and all you're gonna do is feed it through. It can take a couple tries sometimes. All right, there we go. Just gonna feed that through, and then you wanna get your other hand and hold the trackpad in place where it's supposed to be, and just make sure you have a decent amount of our ribbon cable on this side. About that much should be enough. It's just enough to get to the latch for the ribbon cable that we saw earlier. So now we're gonna put back these 4 screws, and so in your little box of screws, you're gonna have actually 4 different lengths of screws. The smallest, the ones that are like literally barely even screws, because they're so small, those are the ones that are on the trackpad. So you'll have 4 of those, just really, really, really tiny screws, and they barely have any threads on them. Those belong here. So I'm gonna speed this part up again. Pretty straightforward. Just screw them back on. And when you're screwing things back on, you don't need to make anything super tight, right? Honestly, just a couple turns is going to be good enough. Just go ahead and turn it until you feel some resistance, and then you can go ahead and stop. There's no real point in having them extremely tight. All right, and once you have those 4 in place, that should be good to go. Now we're going to flip back the palm rest. So I'm gonna bring back my computer. You're gonna flip this back over to its original position. Now you're gonna have to tilt the screen down a little bit to get these to get basically to wedge the most forward part of the palm rest to match with the computer. You'll see what I mean. It'll just fit right in place really easily. And now all you got to do is snap these back into place. And there'll be, there's a little like gap right here where the ribbon cable can go through. I'm not actually sure if you need to put it through there. And especially I don't know because if you actually put it through there, it's kind of at an angle. So you're going to have to kind of like bend it a little bit. But it is what it is. That's what I do, and it works perfectly fine. So, use your judgment on that. I'm going to feed it through the little hole in here. I'm just going to line it up and then snap everything into place. So, this should be pretty easy. Just apply pressure all around, and things should snap right into place. Make sure you press down on both sides. Make sure your trackpad is working as normal, as it should. All right, and now that we have that in place, we're gonna go ahead and close the computer, go back to the other side, flip out the back panel, and now we're gonna place all the screws back. So now you're gonna have 3 different kind of screws. You can set the biggest screws right, you'll have 2 of the biggest screws, and those just go to fix the back panel back on when you need to do that. But apart from those, you'll have 2 different lengths of screws here. These 3, you'll have, I guess, 4 smaller ones. And yeah, so the smaller ones will go here, 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 and under the optical drive. So again, that's right there, right there, right there, under the optical drive. And all of the others around the side here will be lengthy. So we can go ahead and put those back. Okay, and now I'm at the part where I'm putting the tiny screws in. Remember, so again, I don't have a screw here, but you're going to have 4 tiny screws, one here, one here, one here, and one here. All right, and now we have all of our screws in, obviously except for the big ones that I told you to put aside. And that's it. That's all we have to do. Let's go ahead and slide the optical drive back in. So you're just going to slide that back into the slot. Really simple. And then you just got to tighten this last screw here. All right, there we go. And now we can go ahead and place the back panel back on, just like so. Just pop it down, slide it up. And then you're going to put a screw in here and here. Again, I only have one screw here because I'm missing the other. So we're going to screw that in. And perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and flip over. And we just got to put the keyboard back in. So first thing is we're going to put the trackpad ribbon cable back in. So again, flip the black part up. And if you did it my way, you're going to have to bend the ribbon cable a little bit. But just go ahead and put the ribbon cable back. So the blue part just goes just right under the black part. And then you just snap the black part back down. Just gotta align this really nicely. I think that's in. Sometimes these things can be a little finicky, right? And then you just bring it back down. And that's in. Now we take our keyboard here, place it back here, and we're going to do the small one first, and then the big one. So small one, just going to insert the ribbon cable in there, and then place the black thing down. Same thing on the top. There we go. Also, am I the only one like that's really like wowed at the fact that like this can replace a wire, just like a super flat thing? I think that's cool. Anyways, go ahead and slide this this rubber thing back down. Not really sure what that's for. I guess some protection from water or something. Okay. And then same way we took the keyboard out. We're going to pick it back in. So we're just going to slide it in the top first, and then just lay it flat here. And now we just got to tighten the screws and put it back. So get our screwdriver. And remember, Control, up, L, J, F, and S keys are where the screws are located. All right, and now we'll take our flathead screwdriver, or whatever you push this up with, and we're just gonna push it back down. And if you notice that it like won't go in here, that just means you didn't place it in correctly. So just unscrew the screws, place it in, make sure it's in there snug, and repeat. And just get these, make sure these are down all the way, and you're done. So make sure everywhere is it's down all the way. I guess I have a little exposed there, but and we're good to go. There we go. So everything is back in place. Good. Make sure all the keys click. Make sure the trackpads click as normal. Then we're gonna go ahead and flip it back over. Place the battery back in, and we're ready to boot up. For me, I gotta plug this thing in because I actually boot Manjaro Linux off of this thing, and it runs perfectly on this ThinkPad. It's actually a beautiful setup. And if you're curious, I actually took out the optical drive, the internals of the optical drive, and it's actually just like a empty spot, and I actually just put this in here when I'm running Linux. It works really well. Anyways, this is not what that video is about. We unplug that into there, and slide this into here, and we'll go ahead and turn it on. Boom. And now we just got to make sure that everything's working. Boot up into Manjaro. All right, and moment of truth. Beautiful. We've got our trackpad, and make sure you can click places. So let me just log in really quick off screen. All right, we're in Chrome now. Let me go ahead and just focus to the screen. Okay, and as you can see, we can click places. Yay. And we can right click. Beautiful. So it's working. Everything's working. It's all good. Yay. So without further ado, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I know it's a little bit intimidating, especially if you've never dismantled a computer before, but it wasn't that bad. And hopefully this is working for you. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.